Alright folks, this is my 83 Rabbit GTI. I bought this car back in '98. It was sitting up under some trees and it had a bad engine. Shortly after I got it, I swapped it to a 2-liter 16 valve and drove it daily for a while. Had air conditioning and all that. Anyway, I guess over the years it has gradually been restored to what you see now. The car was completely taken apart and pretty much everything's been replaced on it and upgraded. All of the suspension is all new. It's all polyurethane bushings, upgraded disc brakes in the front, the drilled and sliding rotors, stainless braided lines, coarse disc in the back with drilled and slotted in the back as well. All new bushings and bearings and control arms and ball joints and all that good stuff. Set of Y-Tech coilovers. Back in '05, I decided that I wanted to swap in a 1.8T, which is what you see here. I basically did the swap to be just a dependable, daily driven, I guess if I wanted to, type of swap. The transmission is a cable shift 02A tranny. It's all everything is all stock, aside from what you see and software upgrade. The car really runs nicely. It gets about 34 miles to the gallon on the road, and it runs flawlessly. I'm very happy with the swap and with the power that it has. I tried really hard in doing this swap to keep it looking factory as possible, like how it would possibly come if it were an option in this car. Nothing really more, nothing really less. So it worked out nice. All of the trim on the car, the arches, the bumpers, all of the window sills, the grill, the red trim, all of the emblems, pretty much everything you see is new old stock, factory Volkswagen parts. I ordered these parts for, I don't know, a number of years. I got them from the dealership, a lot of them from the dealership back in the 90s, including the hatch decal. So it's just one of those cars. These cars have always been one of my favorites, so I had to do one the way I really wanted to. I never really intended for this car to be this nice, but I'm obviously very happy that it is. It just really, I spent a lot of time with it and it really turned out nice. You can see how nice and straight the car is. I mean, it is pretty well flawless. Not saying it's the nicest thing out there, but it's nice enough for me, for sure. I had decided how I wanted my intercooler piping run. I had my own intercooler made, just to keep a lot of the stuff out of the engine bay. The wheels are 15x7 BBS RS 001s. Like I said, they're nothing extravagant, but they're just a nice set of wheels. And again, the interior is just a nice, clean interior. It's not anything that's absolutely just redone, but just some nice stuff here and there, and that's pretty well all I wanted. So the Speedo cluster is actually one of those VW Motorsport clusters. It's a really rare cluster. Anyway, I got the diagnostic port right there, so that I can hook up Bagcom or another to check fault codes and whatnot. So it's really a nice swap. I really am happy with the 1.8T. I'd do it again in building one of these cars. So anyway, this is just my first video of this. I am going to do a second video where I'm actually driving the car, and just to maybe demo it a little bit. So stay tuned. Thanks.